Hi everyone, it's Alex. Back here with another video, and I am celebrating 100 days of HRT. Woo! So yes, if you've been following along, there was a mistake in my last video. I had said it was 3 months of HRT when in reality it was about 2.5 months. I kind of made that last video in a rush. I was pushing myself to get something out there, and so there was a few mistakes. If you've noticed, yes, I got a haircut since that last video. Almost immediately after I filmed that one, I got a haircut. Why the haircut? Well, because, I don't know, I kind of felt that the long hair, I had been growing out my hair for a long time. Since my senior year in high school, I had let it grow for like 2 years. I had it down to my shoulders at one point. And I don't know, I just felt it only heightened my, I guess, masculine facial features. You know, granted, this was all before I started HRT. So, you know, ever since then, I've been chopping it down little by little. It's been whittling away until I have this going on. Yeah, so I'm not super thrilled about it. I just feel it's kind of a way of coping for now. I'm gonna let it grow out as I go along with HRT because, you know, since I am past the 3-month mark, things should improve pretty significantly. That's when a lot of things start to change. So you'll get to see my hair progress as I do. So yeah. So I guess I'll go a little bit into things about how I started. You know, I started August 27th of 2021. Today's December 5th, 2021. I had already been pretty dysphoric about things for a few years up until that point. I had realized, you know, I was trans like the beginning of my sophomore year of high school. You know, there was always like little bits of signs, but I wasn't super aware of that. Admittedly, I guess I'd even consider myself kind of transphobic before I realized. But yeah, so it'd been, let's see, junior, senior. So it'd been about 4 years since I realized, because it was at, you know, summer before my second year of community college that I realized. And so I wanted to change things. One morning in particular, I went out with my parents, and I was just feeling super shitty, super dysphoric, and I was like, fuck it. As soon as I got back home, I went to folks.com. Now, Folks is a DIY medical organization, so you don't have to go through a psychologist or anything. I had tried going through a psychologist, but I was pretty discouraged when I heard that it would take about 2 years of counseling before I could even, you know, get prescribed. And I was, if they decided I was trans, and that didn't sit right with me because I was already feeling super shitty, and I couldn't wait here. You know, not to get too personal, but I dealt with depression and anxiety because of my gender dysphoria, and I just felt like holding out for another year just wasn't going to work out. You know, not going to say that I would have killed myself. I've never been like suicidal or anything, but I've definitely had thoughts of self-harm and, you know, very low self-esteem. So I just decided to go the DIY route. So you may be wondering what I use. Like I said, I go through Folks. It's available in the US and a few of the states. I live in California, so it worked out. I am on 25 milligrams of spironolactone every day. This is twice a day. This is the anti-androgen. It suppresses your testosterone levels and brings them down to a female range. and I am on 2 milligrams of estradiol twice a day. This brings up your estrogen to female levels. I've only gotten tested once in terms of blood work. I go through Quest Diagnostics. It's provided through folks. Last I checked was a bit over a month ago. My T was still within male range. It was on the low end, but it was still within male range. If I find the numbers, I'll put them up right here. And my estrogen was actually pretty high, above female range. So, if that continues, I'm going to get tested again on the 28th of this month. I may have to up like the Spiro and maybe go down to 1 milligram tablets for estrogen, but we'll see. So yeah. Before I even started HRT, I had taken a few steps to kind of feminize. Like I said, I had grown out my hair. That kind of helped when I was alone, but I feel like it didn't really make me look female. If anything, people just thought I was like a rocker dude or whatever. I started shaving pretty regularly. I shave pretty much everything, body and face. Unfortunately, I was cursed with my Spanish genes, and I have like a really dark 5 o'clock shadow. I just shaved last night, probably less than 12 hours ago, and it's pretty noticeable. So that's unfortunate. So yeah, I actually did try to get electrolysis. That didn't quite work out. I know what you're thinking. People usually start with laser, and I was stupid. I should have done that because I spent over $2,000 over the course of the past summer, and my results weren't the best. I decided to stop going because it was just kind of like a money drain, and I realized I was stupid, and I should have gone for estrogen. I should have gone for laser first. So that was really dumb on my part. So yeah, nearly 25 hours of work, about $2,250 spent, and I don't have much to show for it. But, now that I'm on 3 months HRT, I don't know if it helped, but I do notice the areas above my lip right here, and a little bit right here on my chin, have started growing slower, sometimes even patchier. So I believe it may have helped. But yeah, that's certainly the next thing I'm looking to get sessions at Laser Away, probably. That's the place nearest me. And so yeah, another thing that I started doing, and I recommend for anybody watching this, if you're not on HRT yet, either because you're going through a psychologist or you're underage, things I would recommend is just basic stuff like you can shave, moisturize, take care of your hair and face. I think some of the biggest things that people don't realize is that, men are just lazy and their products are garbage. I recommend getting a proper shampoo and a proper conditioner. If you're a guy, if you were raised a guy like me, often use kind of very low quality products. Stay away from 2-in-1s, 3-in-1s, shampoo, conditioner, motor oil, bullshit products that men like to put in their hair. It's kind of awful and will leave your hair frizzy if you have kind of wavy hair like mine, and just not very good. I recommend using a proper shampoo and a proper conditioner. I use a Matrix brand that I started buying recently, that I got from a salon I go to. Another thing I recommend is get into kind of like a skincare routine, and it's hard kind of for me to say that because I don't have like a proper skincare routine, but I do use like a facial cleanser. You know, facial cleanser in the morning when you wake up, and use a moisturizer as well. So cleanser to clean out all the oils, because men's face are inherently more oily, and if you want to look female, you know, clean that. And a moisturizer to make it soft. I find that like after 3 months of HRT and using moisturizers regularly for a while now, my face has gotten really smooth. So I'm actually really liking that. Another thing is to get your eyebrows done. I know my eyebrows are actually really big, but believe it or not, they were actually bushier. So yeah, they're okay right now. I think a reason I don't want to thin them out is because I kind of have like a large forehead. And so I feel that like thinning them out would only draw more attention to how large my forehead is. So I'm kind of in a tricky situation, but at least they're defined. I would definitely recommend going to a proper brow place and getting them done. It's one of the things that people always talk about because, you know, we have lots of subtle signs that tell people how we are gendered, and so eyebrows is a big thing. Whether you consciously or subconsciously recognize that, it plays a role into how we gender people when we see them. So before, you know, my eyes were all bushy, even had kind of like a unibrow. They're definitely a lot more defined. I wouldn't say exactly like super feminine or anything, but they softened up my face, so to speak. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. Not much different in terms of changes from last time. I still got my breasts, which like I'm proud of. And yeah, that's it. Have a good one, guys.